Title: Movie Camera, The Girl Who Disappeared from CCTV in 2 Seconds. Candle Part 1, The Vanishing Frame. It was 2:14 a.m. when the camera caught her for the first time. A young girl in a white hoodie, walking alone down an empty alley behind Marlow Street. The footage was clear, she wasn't running, wasn't scared. Just calm. Then, exactly 2 seconds later, she vanished. Not walked out of frame. Not faded. Vanished. Detective Liam Carson replayed the footage dozens of times. Frame by frame, the girl moved, 1, 2, then static. When the screen cleared, the alley was empty. Even her shadow was gone. "What's the timestamp?" he asked the CCTV operator. 2 hours 14 minutes and 7 seconds, the man replied, sweating. "But sir, that's impossible." "Why?" "Because the same camera recorded her again at 2 hours 14 minutes and 8 seconds, 1 block away. And she was looking directly into the lens." Liam froze. He played the second feed, another camera, different street. There she was, standing perfectly still, her eyes fixed on the lens as if she knew she was being watched. Then, she lifted her hand and waved. The footage glitched. For one single frame, her face changed, mouth wide open, eyes black, blood dripping from her nose. And then she was gone again. At sunrise, Liam and his partner visited the alley. Nothing unusual, except for a small silver locket on the ground. Inside it, a faded photo of a little girl and the words, "Find me before 3 o'clock." "Who leaves a note like that?" his partner muttered. Liam stared at his watch. It was 2:45 a.m. Then, his radio crackled. "Detective Carson, you might want to see this. She's back on another camera, inside the police station. High Voltage Part 2, The Frame That Never Ends." They rushed back to the station. The night shift officer had frozen the CCTV feed on the main screen. There she was, the same girl, standing motionless in the station's empty hallway. And behind her, the wall clock read 2:14 a.m. again. "But this is live footage," Liam said. The officer swallowed hard. "Sir, it's looping. Every 2 seconds, she disappears and comes back. Like she's stuck in time." Suddenly, the lights flickered. Every monitor in the room showed her face. Close up. Staring. Her whisper came through the speakers. "I told you to find me before 3. Liam ran out of the control room toward the hallway, but when he reached it, the girl wasn't there. Just a locket, identical to the first one. This one had his photo inside. His partner yelled from behind, "Liam, come back here." The footage just changed. On the screens, the hallway feed showed him standing there, holding the locket, and the girl right behind him, smiling. He turned slowly. But there was no one. The lights went out completely. Only the sound of ticking echoed in the darkness. Tick. 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 When the lights came back on, the monitors showed an empty hallway. Liam was gone. All that remained was the locket, open on the floor, showing both of them together, smiling in a photo that had never existed. And the timestamp at the bottom of the screen? 2 hours 14 minutes and 7 seconds. Over and over again. Clapperboard ending narration, for your YouTube voiceover. They say every frame tells a story. But this one keeps replaying itself. If you ever see the clock freeze at 2:14, don't blink. She's still out there. The clock in the precinct read 2:13 a.m. when Detective Liam burst into the CCTV control room. "Where is she?" he demanded. The officer pointed at the screen, his hands trembling. "There." On the monitor, the hallway camera showed the same girl from the alley, standing perfectly still beneath a flickering fluorescent light. Her head tilted slightly, as though she could hear them watching. Then the timestamp froze. 2 hours 14 minutes and 7 seconds. The operator tried to scrub the footage back, but it wouldn't move. The slider was locked. The girl blinked once, and suddenly her eyes rolled black. The speakers hissed, filling the room with a childlike whisper. You saw me. Now I see you. Liam sprinted toward the hallway. His boots echoed against the marble floor. But when he turned the corner, the corridor was empty, except for a small puddle of water that stretched to the evidence room. He followed it. Inside, he found another CCTV monitor, unplugged, yet glowing faintly. On its screen, live footage of himself standing in the evidence room. He looked around. No camera. No wires. Then, from the speakers, the whisper again. You're in my frame now. The screen glitched violently. For a moment, he saw the alley where she vanished, only this time, he was standing in her place. Back in the control room, his partner screamed, Liam, get out of there. You're disappearing on screen. The live feed showed his body flickering between frames, 1 second visible, the next just empty air. Every time he vanished, the girl appeared where he stood, smiling wider each time. The clocks across the station began resetting themselves, 2:14 a.m. again and again. Scene 3, the frozen moment. Liam's partner rushed to pull the main power switch. Sparks flew, the monitors exploded into static. But amidst the chaos, one final frame lingered on every screen. The girl standing behind Liam, her hand on his shoulder, both of them staring straight into the camera. Then darkness. When the emergency lights came on, the hallway was silent. Liam was gone. Only his badge lay on the ground beside a cracked locket, open, showing two faces smiling together, Liam Carson and the unknown girl. Scene 4, 1 year later. A new detective reviewed old evidence from the Marlowe disappearance case. He played the recovered CCTV file labeled 2-14 footage.mp4. Static. Then, Liam appeared on screen, alive, breathing heavily. He looked straight into the camera. If you're seeing this, don't look for her. She's not missing. She's recording. The detective frowned. Recording what? The screen flickered, and suddenly the live feed from his office appeared on the monitor. He leaned closer. In the corner of his office, by the window, a figure in a white hoodie was standing perfectly still. The video cut to black. The timestamp burned into the screen one last time, 2 hours 14 minutes and 7 seconds. Clapperboard ending voiceover, for YouTube. Some say ghosts haunt places. Others say they haunt moments. But what if a moment haunts us? Replaying forever, 2 seconds at a time?